What's up, yo? What's going on? Look, check this out. I was just mingling with a couple of brothers, right? And this one, this one brother, he was, uh, he was saying to me, talking about this science and mathematics. I mean, this nigga was deep with his shit, with his book reading and his scholarly shit. You know, scholar means student, right? With his studious shit. And his theoretics. I mean, this nigga was deep. You see what I'm saying? If you're ill-minded and not informed, this motherfucker will blow your mind. You know, he'll put chills up and down your spine. You know what I'm saying? And so he was talking about all these things and shit, and talking about spirits and, you know, and the energy comes from it. He said, you know, it's all energy, you know, and hell, we was agreeing with him, shit, you know, we couldn't say nothing, you know, and so I asked the brother, I said, have you seen that energy? You know, he said, no, you can't see it because of this right here and this right here. He started naming atomic weights and shit. And the reason why you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, the motherfucker, I mean, listen, I'm telling you, man, this nigga sounded straight. I mean, it was like, it's like, why is he working for the motherfucker who raped and robbed his great grandmother? You know, I'm just saying, man. You know, I'm just saying, man. Do we have any friends who can open a lab? You know what I'm saying? A building and open a lab and put his name on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anyway. Oh God, dog. But anyway, these niggas are blessed. These motherfuckers are blessed, boy. They got treasures. They got treasures, man. But they love their master. But anyway, listen. But anyway, he was talking, man. You know, I mean, shit. Me and the homies, we was just quiet as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we couldn't say shit to that. You know, so I just said to him, I said, what kind of tree is that behind you, homie? He said, oh, that's an oak tree. And then he started talking about the motherfucking oak tree. I'm like, God damn. I said, have you ever looked at an oak tree? And he was like, hell yeah. He said, of course I have. I said, have you ever seen yourself in the oak tree? And this motherfucker was cracking up like it was some stand-up comedy shit. I mean, he just started giggling. He thought that was funny as shit. I said, think of that tree being you. I said, use your eyelids. You know, something similar to what they do on the television shit and all these other type things. Use your eyes as pixels, pixels. You know what I'm saying? Shit, before all that shit, we had eyelids anyway. But I said, see through your eyelids and put the tree at a gaze. And so he did it. And you know how when you do this, because his mind is wired, right? You know how you do when you see something for the first time and you jump, you're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying, like that? Well, that's what this motherfucker did. He said, what the fuck? He said, what was that shit? I said, what? I said, what are you talking about? I said, what was you thinking about? I said, what was you thinking about? He said, nah, nigga, fuck that. He said, what was that, man? I said, I don't know, could have been you. I said, what it looked like? He said, man, it looked like, I said, do it again. Stop talking about it. Do it again and describe it. He said, fuck that. I ain't doing that shit. I said, shit, you read all these motherfucking books. You went through all these motherfucking school for over, 8-10 years and shit. You know, to get your seals of approval. Nigga, you can't look at a tree and study it and see yourself. And he was laughing. He said, man, that's totally different, man. That's totally different, man. I said, yeah, it is, ain't it? It is. It's a whole different world. See, it's a whole different world. You have man's world and you have nature. You see? But what he was talking about is the elements of nature. You see? But he didn't know how to use it. You see, he didn't know how to use it. He had no idea on how to groom it. He got all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all this shit. And he take his things, he takes what he knows, and he become a servant to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That don't look like his own motherfucking people. You understand what I'm saying? See, you see? And I don't understand, I don't get it. You're going to school for all these years. You know a couple of motherfuckers that got hella money that can open a business, or that can build the motherfucker from the ground up. Buy the property, buy the material, build it. You understand what I'm saying? Have a, you know what I'm saying? Go through some powerful motherfuckers that you know that get shit done, you see? And have these motherfuckers protect you because they're gonna come for you because you have your own. You inside of their house. See? You inside of their house. And see? And become. And then if they start coming, you will let the people know, or you will let the people see who these people are. You see, that's trying to harm you or try to prevent you. You see what I'm saying? And then later on down the line, you know, as the understanding trickles down and shit, you see what I'm saying? You will see, and then those who had never been through this type of experience will say, but goddamn, these Negroes was right. Damn, these Negroes was right. There is a barrier. You see what I'm saying? See, you know, what I'm saying is, these motherfuckers, they thinking they knowing some shit, but they can't pull the shit out of their understanding and present it to people to let the people know that it exists. And then if you see, they'll talk about it, they'll raise it up high, they'll get chills from it, all this other type of shit. You see? But when you ask them to produce what they believe in, they can't do it. They can't do it. I'm talking about produce it from nature. You see what I'm saying? Produce it from nature. You see? You know, sometimes, man, we giggle sometimes and we laugh because have you ever just felt something that was so funny and then you start, your tears start coming out your eyes? It's similar to that, man. But a lot of this shit is paid. You see, so you giggle so you won't be shedding tears in motherfuckers because, according to man's nature or this world, you know what I'm saying, when you shed tears, that means there's a weakness. So men, we hide that shit and it makes us weak. You see, it makes us weak. You see, it makes us weak and makes us try to be way beyond what we truly are. You see what I'm saying? Because we covering our senses. We hiding them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to freeze them. You know what I'm saying? We are the devil to our senses. We are Satan to our senses. You see what I'm saying? Shit. If your eye ducts allow you to shed tears, shed them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Taste your salt. You see? Taste your carbon. See what it tastes like. See what it tastes like. I'm just saying to you, man, I don't mean no harm. I always got to say I don't mean no harm. You see? And, I know I don't have the diction like you motherfuckers do. You see, I don't need it. I don't need it. Because I ain't going to be debating you motherfuckers. Got too much litter in you. Got way too much motherfucking litter. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be talking about shit that's way out there and all this other type of shit. Then you say, well, what did you create from it? And they'll say, well, what are you talking about? You see? They'll say, what are you talking about? Then they'll show you, and then they'll show you all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Idols and all this other type of shit. And say, that's good. But why are you leaving yourself? And then have justifications on why you're leaving yourself. What's wrong with your power? What's wrong with the power that your mother and your father gave you? You see, because through them, there's a track. And can't nothing out here fuck with that. You see, no images, no idols. You know what I'm saying? I guess you have an idolatrous nature. You see, and these are the things that compels you. You see? And listen. I'm not talking in a way that most people would say is hate. You see? But there's a window that's open and things are coming through. And a lot of you brothers ain't gonna be ready. A lot of you brothers and sisters ain't gonna be ready for it. You see, you're not gonna be ready for it because there's a thing out here. You see, you know, you have people regurgitating on the things on the outside. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to look when you go inside yourself. You don't supposed to stay there. You know, and dwell in the darkness and shit. You're supposed to ignite the light, and then come out here, and then build from what you done studied on. You know, I'm talking about building. You know what I'm saying? A building in the material. You know what I'm saying? Not in the, I guess, trying to see who's the best. You know what I'm saying? Who got the best formulas and shit. You understand? You know, because there's a mathematics out here that none of these giants haven't even touched. I mean, it's like, it's right there. You see? And one of the worst things in the world is to know this and to see it and to be close to sufficient in it. And you can't say shit to people because they are agents of their daddy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, because they like this shit, you know what I'm saying, this stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and then when they go into and meet with each other, they stay in somebody else's property. You're on somebody else's property, you know what I'm saying, somebody else's building and shit. It's not even their building. You know, somebody else's, it's not even their land, you see, that the building is on. You see? So if something happens, you know what I'm saying, the officials come, they all gotta evacuate. They all gotta cut the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You know, instead of building something for yourself. With all your knowledge. I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking to you. You know, anyway, yeah.